Well, the Utah Jazz thawed out tonight to defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Welcome to the POSTCAST edition. We're staying warm. Jazz sneak by Minnesota. Actually, didn't really, it's interesting to me on this one, and actually a little bit interesting our last three games because we play Philadelphia, who's not very good. We're a better team, and in the final 6 minutes, we just said
and didn't look good.
Down, won the game.
Right.
Go and play the Clippers. They're better than we are. Play with them the whole night. Final 5-6 minutes, they clamp down, beat us.
Win the game.
We go play Minnesota tonight, who's not very good. We're better than they are. And we take too big a hole, so it's got to be more than 6 minutes. So it's 9 minutes, and we beat them 28-12 down the stretch. There have been plenty of times where we've been on the other end of this as a young team, and you're frustrated. That's what they were tonight. They're more inexperienced. Mo Williams played terribly down the stretch, though. He's more experienced. He should be better than that. He's not, but he should be better than that. And that was a huge part for them. But it's interesting to just see, okay, so we've kind of matured out of the youngest of the young and we've now played a few teams that are younger and more inexperienced than us, and wow, they look it. And then when we play teams that have all-stars like Chris Paul, they look a little more experienced.
Well, all coaches are going to talk about turnovers and how they affect the outcome of a basketball game and what that does because you lose shot attempts. And the Jazz turned it over 3 times there in the fourth quarter. They gave up 6 points, but those were kind of early in the ball game. Minnesota turned it over late in that fourth quarter and gave up 7 points, 4 of them, and that cost them the basketball game.
They were what we call fatal turnovers.
Yes,
all of them were above the free throw line. Steals, Canner went one way. Hayward with a nice steal. I mean, they were really bad turnovers.
They really were, which led to points. And then that's and I'm sure Flip Saunders and his coaching staff are just livid because, that's the one thing that can really kill you, the turnovers.
So the Jazz win it tonight. Gordon Hayward, a night after getting 0 points in the fourth quarter, answers with 10 in the fourth quarter in their performance tonight. He had 6 of them late. I actually finished with 11 by the time he hit that final free throw. And it was interesting to see him. That's another growth step, the fact that he didn't shy away from it the night after getting nothing.
Yeah. Last night was kind of shut out. And I thought defensively he just couldn't get it done. I think Gordon is struggling a little bit with his behind-the-back dribble. It's not fluent like a lot of guys where they dribble and take it behind the back and keep going. His is more like he takes it behind his back and it's like he does
too far away from him by the time he's done, right?
And he loses his advantage, when he does that. But tonight he was able to score down the stretch, and that really helped the Jazz, especially, making those free throws, 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
Jazz win their 5th, their last 7. Now they were again without Alec Burks, which they will be for the whole season, and that's going to put a big burden on some of these guys. And really, it's probably going to put a big burden on Trey. And we've seen Trey change his game over the last 5 or 6 games. I brought it up on the broadcast that Trey, who early in the year was scoring 29% of his points in the paint, is now scoring 39% of his points in the paint. He is driving lanes. Sure, sometimes he's making a mistake. He's not finished everything. He's still got some learning to do there. But we're seeing a different player in Trey Burke in the last few weeks, and I like this player a lot more.
Yeah, I definitely as well. I mean, tonight, a rarity. You have to end up taking 21 shots. We probably won't see a lot of that. Well, maybe we will. Maybe we'll have to see that in the absence of Alec Burke. But 6 assists. I think that's a significant amount of assists that he can get, to help this basketball team. But I agree with you. That's the level of play that you need out of him in order to help the Jazz win.
What do the Jazz do without Alec Burks now?
Hey, I mean, that Hood can develop. I want to say Christopher might be the guy that can help if Hood can't do it, but I'm not really sold on that right now. But that shooting guard position, important. Does Gordon move to the shooting guard position and then play a little bit bigger lineup, huh?
Who plays the 3? It's just there's not the depth on this roster.
Well,
wins are going to be hard to come by. I think you got to be pretty excited when you get any of these wins right now.
That's true. But, maybe from game to game, just depending on who you're playing. Rudy only played 15 minutes tonight. Why? Because this is not a very big basketball team, and played over 20 minutes. So maybe that's what Coach Snyder is going to have to play with.
Jazz win it tonight by the score of 100-94. I just want to let you know I love Andrew Wiggins.
I like Andrew Wiggins as well, and I love Andrew Wiggins as well. I just don't think he is
It's all there.
That great player that
it's
I
all
think we
there.
use
Like if
greatness
he's
to-
he's not great yet. No,
Yeah.
not at all. But if he's Mr. Potato Head, like he's an awesome, and all the pieces are laid out on the ground. He is an awesome Mr. Potato Head. Like he's got really cool everything.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Potato Head. Boy, you had one of those when you were small, didn't you?
Of course. I had everything. Let's go to Andy. Great energy to close it out tonight. How far away does that 9-game losing streak seem after a game like tonight? You know, it's interesting. I was talking to Quinn about this before the game, Ron, that I never felt during the 9-game losing streak that it was this like overwhelming burden. I mean, we always said it'd be nice if they get some positive reinforcement, and we actually at one point thought it was going to go. I mean, you know, hey, we're in the midst of it. We were looking
Maybe
at that.
that's because of what we went through last year.
Right,
you know?
right. But actually, it's interesting because I think Minnesota's feeling the burden of their 9-game losing streak. I think they're really down, and they, you know, I think it's wearing them out a little bit more. Somehow Quinn and this group felt like they were making enough strides during that losing streak that it didn't wear them down. They never felt like they were terrible.
I totally agree. You know, the way they practice, and maybe sometimes you think they're practicing too much, not giving guys a chance to rest, but you know that's not the case. It's just shows that it's paying off, you know, for them right now. So I've enjoyed watching exactly what they do. I mentioned to you yesterday at shoot around that he gets a lot done in a short period of time.
Yeah, he does. Because they had about a 20-minute shoot around today after a film session.
And that's not him at all.
No, he wants the long time.
Yeah.
Philip Malone, winning ugly, good step, or worry that we let them with their injuries stay so close. Also, 6th win without one of the original 4. P.S. was thinking today, funny, you were worried about Faradinkin when the root. I don't get it. So anyway, I just think you take wins. You know, I don't think we're so good that you worry about whether we're winning the right way or not. We're not a team that's going to go up 14 and run away from you.
But that measuring stick has to be there. Minnesota, are they as good as the Jazz? No. So you can't let them beat you.
Right.
You know, so
you can't let Philadelphia beat you at home. You can't let Minnesota beat you at home. You didn't let them beat you. And now we got some tough ones. We got an Indiana game. You got it at Minnesota on a back end of a back-to-back. It's going to be brutal. You've got I can't wait to see Atlanta. That team is rolling. So should be really interesting. All right. That wraps up PostCast tonight. Jazz win it tonight. To 94. Philip sends also a happy new year to all of us and our families. Thank you to you guys.
You.
We will, I guess, talk to you after the new year. That's right. So happy new year. Be safe tomorrow. See you guys. Don't go out on amateur night and be